We recently worked with some consumer focus groups, and one of the key takeouts for us was how customers still don't trust dealers. So it made me think about the customer's buying process, and something I've talked a little bit about before. But we have now really good digital solutions online for customers when they're browsing for cars. We look after the customers really well in that kind of loyalty and renewal phase with equity parity and early renewals, and there's a real focus on that. We also do some really nice stuff in social media and experiential and that really clever stuff, launching cars and promoting cars. But the area of buying the car, which every customer has to do through a dealer, is still the same as it was 15 years ago. It's still the same process, it's still the let me introduce you to my sales manager, second facing type process. Really is out of date for the way customers are used to buying things. And this is a real challenge, it's a really interesting area for us. So whether a customer's buying their car on finance or outright, the issue really remains the same. The customer feels uncomfortable when they get into a negotiation situation. They feel when something's being held back that breeds mistrust and distrust of the dealer. But I think it's more important when it comes to finance. Particularly because of news in the last few years around finance and banking. People feel like that should be an area that they're protected in because of the things that have happened in the past. And interestingly, customers feel still like they trust their banks more than they trust their dealer, despite everything that's happened. It's important to caveat that I'm not against dealers. I've worked with hundreds of dealers over the years, and most of them are really, really good operators. They're very professional and do a really good job within the structure that the manufacturers give them. But actually, as manufacturers and finance companies, are we giving the dealers the right framework to be able to sell cars in the way that customers want to buy cars, in a way where they know the price is fixed, they want to be able to compare the cars in their own time, in their own way, they want to drive them and research them, and then buy the car from the place that's going to give them the best service and the best package, not on who they can negotiate the best price from or who will give them a cheaper finance deal. So for us, it's not really a case of if it's going to change, it's going to be when. And is it going to be a challenger brand that's going to come into the market, someone like Tesla, really increasing their market share through a different way of retailing, or one of the established manufacturers going to kind of take this issue and say, we're going to do something different, we're going to sell cars to customers in a way that they want to buy them. When that change happens, how ready are you to react?